Hey everybody, so today I have a little bit of an interesting blog. At least I think it's interesting. It's alternative, that's for sure. And the reason it's interesting is because it has been flat here for the longest time. But I still went surfing. And I went surfing in conditions that I normally would not go out in. I'm just desperate perhaps. But the thing is though, I went out on these very, very small waves. I guess you could call them extreme small wave surfing. I did it. And I'm not proud of it, but I did it. I went out surfing in the extreme small conditions and I had a blast. And then it got me to thinking, how many of you have gone out in extreme small waves before? And the conditions I'm surfing in, would you have stayed at home or would you have gone out? Let me know in the comment section below. What are the smallest waves you've ever surfed? Where they were in the world? And yeah, just let me know. And then it got me also to thinking, okay, well, this is a bit of an interesting fact. I did a bit of research here for you guys. I got to thinking, well, we measure waves differently, the size of the waves, depending on where you are in the world. And you got to figure, most of the world would measure it kind of in a logical way, what I would call logical anyways. And that would be that we would measure the face of the wave. So from the bottom of the wave to the top where it's peaking there. So that would be a logical way of measuring the wave size. But, however, in Hawaii, they measure it differently. They measure about half that size because they measure it from being out back and looking towards the shore and saying to themselves, okay, you know, if you're looking out from shore, you'd say that's a 20-foot wave. But out from being out back, they would look at it and say it's about 10 feet. The reason they did this was actually because they wanted to discourage the kooks. That's right, people like me from getting out there in the lineup. It's ingenious. I mean, they would say, we want less people in the lineup, we want less kooks out there, we want locals only. So the way they did that was in the 50s and 60s, they and correct me again if I'm wrong, but from what I can understand, that was their way of forecasting the wave size, half the size of what it actually was, to discourage all the rest of us from getting out there in the lineup. Ingenious, right? And that way there, you got to figure most of the lifeguards back then, they were surfers, local surfers, and they wanted to surf. So they, by discouraging the kooks from getting out there in the lineup, they actually had less lives to save, and they had more opportunity to live their own lives to the fullest and do some surfing. So kudos to them, genius idea. Anyways, once again, let me know in the comment section below. I want to hear the smallest wave you've ever surfed, where it was, and thank you guys for watching. We'll see you all next week. You!